Okay. Just waiting for some people to tune in. There's a couple of you there already. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right and everything as well, hey? Let me know if the screen goes blurry or you can't see something or any weird issues like that. Hey, can you guys let me know if the video looks okay? Because I'm looking at it on a laptop as well, and it looks a bit blurry, that's all. So I just want to make sure you guys can see clearly before I start drawing stuff. And let me know if there's anything you want me to draw in particular, or show you even. I'll do some lettering soon as well, by the way. I'm just waiting for more of you guys to jump on. I just posted on Instagram, so hopefully there'll be a few more people coming in. Draw some names or something, whatever you guys want. Got a lot of teeth. Brody, my man, what's up? I'm glad someone's here. There's at least one person watching me. It's good. It's a good start. Could be worse. Hey, I'm good, man. How are you? I saw you just commented on one of my other videos as well, I think. I just got a notification about it when I was doing a live stream. I haven't seen it yet though, sorry. It was just as I was setting up. But feel free to ask it here as well if you want, man. I'm probably just gonna chill out and draw a few skulls for now, but as people start to tune in, I'll hit up some lettering and I might draw some people's names and stuff like that. There's only a few of you guys right now, so hopefully there's a couple more people who will tune in, and then I can do some scripts and some other stuff and answer some questions and show you guys whatever you want to learn. That's good. That's good. What time is it where you are, man? It's 20 past 12 in the middle of the day here, just after noon. So it's like lunchtime at the moment in Australia. I always find that the front on ones are like the most awkward to draw. Alright, no worries, Brody. Thanks for tuning in though, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Dribble's alright, man. It's I guess the thing is, the difference is Dribble is well, it's invite only, and it's only for designers. Like, so on Instagram, you know, you'll find like ordinary people on that will find your work and stuff. But on Dribble, it's just designers talking to other designers, and there's like a lot of design agencies and a lot of tech startups and stuff like that as well post all their job advertisements and stuff on there as well for new staff. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, then yeah, it can definitely be worthwhile. It's where like a lot of the bigger companies are as well, with like the bigger budgets and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess like all the sort of famous popular designers or whatever you want to call it are all on there as well, so it's alright. I just chuck something up there every few days, I guess, and you know, it doesn't really take long. Like, I've already drawn it and I just have to post it, and yeah, I'll get a few jobs here and there, but they usually are like bigger clients as well. So the jobs that I do get, they're rare, but the jobs that I do get on there are like higher budget. They're better paying than most of the other stuff I do as well. Having said that, I'm not even that popular on there. Like, I've got 500 followers, I think, and there are guys on there who have got like 20,000 and stuff, so I can only imagine they must be getting like a lot more job requests and stuff, which is cool. Hey Nick, yeah man, I'm pretty sure I got 1 or 2 invites left, so yeah, if your friend wants to send me a message or an email or something. I can check it out and have a look. But I'm pretty sure I've got one or two because I don't really know, like no one else I really know is a designer. I don't have like any design friends or anything like that, so I never have people to invite, so they end up just kind of like stacking up. Oh man, this skull's just going from bad to worse. Oh well. My email, I'll just type it in the chat, man, because it's probably easier. One sec. Oh, it's meant to be gmail.com, obviously. Oh, Chicago, that's rad. Yeah, both of you guys can hit me up. I put my email in there. Like I said, I'll have a look. I'm pretty sure I got invited, and if not, I usually end up getting. I think Dribbble gives people one like every month or something like that. All the members get sent an invite or two, and then you get to invite people. So yeah, definitely just email me, and I'll check it out after I get off the stream. Dribbble seems like real big for like lots of UI designers and stuff as well. Like there's like a big like a startup culture on there, I guess. So like my style of work probably not really that popular on there, but if you're a designer, like a web designer or into UI UX and stuff like that, then that's the place to be, really. I know that like Facebook and Microsoft and stuff advertise their open design positions on there as well. If you're into that sort of thing. Somehow I don't think they'd enjoy my artwork, you know. They don't appreciate a good skull or two. apologize if there's a bit of background noise. I think the garbage dude's just rocked up to take my crap away. Alright, what should I draw next, guys? I need you here. Alright, apparently there's 7 people watching right now, which means we have already one-upped yesterday's score. I think there was like 5 or 6 people yesterday. So making that progress, making them gains. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. It's a bit challenging, you know, I've never done it before. It's a bit nerve-wracking, but I appreciate it. How often do I draw realistic style? Pretty much never, man. I like just drawing really bold style stuff, hey. Yeah, I'd probably only ever drawn like 1 or 2 realistic ones. I don't really consider myself to be that good at illustration either. Like I'm mostly just do type and lettering and stuff, and it's just for fun. I just draw some illustration stuff on the side. I'm really into like traditional tattoos and stuff like that as well, and a lot of it's like really nice and bold and yeah, simplified stuff, which is a style I like as well, so I guess I get some influence from that. But there's no way I could draw a realistic one unless I had like a reference image. Cafe Racer. Can't say I've ever drawn one, eh? I'd have to get a reference image, I reckon. But I might do that. Might do some lettering soon as well, because this illustration is just embarrassing. But yeah. Can do some more lettering soon as well, if you guys are interested. Actually, yeah, okay. Alright, oh, there's 80 of you guys now, man. We've done it. Achievement unlocked, fam. That's like a new PB right there. 3 up on yesterday already. Let's see if we can hit 9. Oh yeah, I'm just drawing your YouTube now, by the way. In case you didn't notice, bro. Hope you don't mind. I like drawing people's names. It's good practice, because you don't get to choose the letters either. So that's bias, I think, because there's definitely letters that I avoid. and capital W's, capital S as well. Actually, a lot of capitals. Capital I, capital script I is like the worst one. It's like, how am I even meant to draw that? Because you can do that, it looks like a J. Some people do that, kind of looks like an F, you know. That looks a bit like a T or a J or something. Yeah. Least favorite lowercase letter. Don't know that I really have one. I always found lowercase so much easier. Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty easy. Maybe K. Maybe. Oh, actually, you know what? X would be the worst one for sure, because I always screw them up. Whether it's like meant to be curved on both sides or straight one line, curve the other, and stuff like that. Pretty rare that I have to do one there. Oh shit! 11 people, man. I looked 30 seconds ago. There was 8. Oh, never mind. We dropped to 10. Someone left, man. You guys breaking my heart. Will, good to see you again, my friend. Yeah, lowercase, probably X. I'm just gonna say X. Everything else is pretty easy. Oh, whoops. I think the letters that I dislike the most are probably just the ones that I'm the worst at. And I think that's probably just because they're the ones that I least often do. Man, it's so hard to draw with people watching, eh? Oh, we're back down to 9 people, man. You guys got my hopes up. Oh, that's not going to be good. New Instagram, man, I fucking hate it, it's a real bummer because I knew when Facebook bought it out that they were gonna do it, and they did the same thing. Because I used to have a clothing brand that I ran, well, a skateboarding and clothing brand, and back in the original days I was on Facebook, and I got it to like 15,000 likes or something like that, and back then everyone saw your posts, so I would post stuff and like I was getting good sales and it was getting good traction, stuff like that, and they brought in the algorithm and no one started seeing my posts, and I used to screenshot them and stuff, so I would post to like 15,000 likes on Facebook, and Facebook would show it to like 37 people out of the 15,000, so no one would see anything that I was posting anymore, and it was real tough, because it basically my business like suffered real bad from that. And at the time I didn't have Instagram, I don't think. This has gone back a few years now. This is like 2012 or 2013 or something like that, so it was pretty tough. And now Instagram will go the exact same route, and I'll have to pay money if I want my followers to see my posts, which is a bummer. But I can't say I'm surprised. Don't exactly blame them, I guess, as well. Like they're running a business, they have to make money. But it sucks. And there's not really, like, at least when I have them with Facebook, we had like a backup plan. People would just say, "Oh, well, I'll just go to Instagram. No worries, I'll go to Instagram." But now, like, what's the alternative really? YouTube maybe. Live streams maybe. I do think that live streams and stuff will get they'll continue to get more popular over time. Seems to be the next big thing. Yeah, there's probably more I could do there somewhere, but anyway. That'll do. Yeah, hopefully they do, man. There's other platforms, like there's another social network that I'm on called Ello, which kind of struggled a bit, but it's kind of cool as well. It's a bit like Tumblr, I guess, but a bit less lame, I think, and that's okay. Do I find drawing digitally more tedious? I prefer it, hey. I do both a lot. The main reason that I stream with the digital drawings is because I don't really have a good camera. Like, I would be pretty keen to set up like a proper camera and then be drawing on paper with paint markers and stuff. But I prefer it because it's when I draw like this in Photoshop, there's no auto correcting and stuff, whereas if I draw in Illustrator, it corrects all my bumps and smooths everything out, and I don't really like it. Like, I like it to be, like it to be rough and hand drawn and stuff like that, so it's just part of the aesthetic as well, I guess. But yeah, like if I was drawing in Illustrator and I drew this S and it was like bumpy like that or something, Illustrator would just fix it to be like a perfect smooth S kind of thing, and I'm not a fan. But if I do some stuff on paper, sometimes I'll even draw in Photoshop like this and take that to Illustrator and then retrace it to vector it with the pen tool as well. It depends, like if I need a really clean line for some reason. So yeah. Yeah, and if I need vector as well, I can always just take this across and just auto trace it anyway from here. So, and the results are usually not too bad depending on how perfect you need it to be. But part of the aesthetic I do is pretty imperfect anyway, so not a huge issue for me. Right, need another name. I did yours yesterday, Nick, so Will, my man, you're up, son. I hate capital W though. Check these up here. Oh, I could use that. Yeah, that's it, hey. Have I tried the Continue way, printing it out? Yeah, I used to do the opposite. So John was one of the first people that I saw online doing hand lettering, and it was actually one of the reasons I got into it in the first place. I love that rough, gritty style that he's got. But to get that sort of style, I was doing the opposite. So I would draw on paper, then I would trace it with a Sharpie or a marker that kind of bleeds out a bit, and then by tracing the drawing with the Sharpie, the ink bleeds out and creates these rough, really rough edges, and then I would take that into Illustrator, scan it, put it in Illustrator, then image trace it in Illustrator, and it would get all those really, really bumpy edges, exactly how I'd drawn them. I think I've got a video, my first or second video on my channel as well, showing how I do that process, because that's what I used to do, just take a photo and then, yeah, auto trace it. So J, how do I want to do this J? I could do that. No, it looks like a T. What happened there? But yeah, every now and then I do still do some pretty clean lettering and stuff for people. Some people request that as well, so I just draw them straight up with the pen tool in Illustrator. It's just the easiest way to get really crisp, clean lines as well. Man, I wish I could put some good music on right now. Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear this background music, but it's pretty shocking. I did my first live stream yesterday, and I just had Spotify playing in the background. And I did a live stream, and then afterwards I got 50 emails from YouTube blowing up in my inbox saying that my video was being taken down, because I had Spotify playing in the background. Didn't even realize, but it can automatically detect that all the music I was listening to is copyrighted, so it was sending all these emails off to the bands and the labels and stuff to take any legal action and stuff like that. It was crazy. What am I drawing on? I am currently drawing on a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD, which is one of the ones with a screen rather than having the black box thingo. So it just plugs into my computer, and it basically acts as an extra monitor on a screen kind of thing. So yeah, it's cool. Wouldn't mind getting one of those new mobile studios though. They're pretty rad, because then I can actually take it with me like a laptop sort of thing and draw on it. But they're $4 grand, I think, for a good one anyway. So, and Draplin, yeah, man. I took Aaron's, actually Aaron and John, I've taken both of their Skillshare classes online as well when I was starting out, which was super useful. And Aaron's so good. Well, I mean, he's good with everything, but he's really good with Illustrator as well. Like he's really quick at putting shapes together and yeah, just building out logos and quick badges and stuff. I actually did a video the other day. I haven't put it on YouTube yet, but I recorded it of me. I just like made up a fake company name and just decided to record myself trying to make a logo from start to finish. Which I did. I did the whole thing in Illustrator though for that one, like using shapes and fonts and stuff. I didn't actually draw it, but yeah, I got to edit that still and put that online. So many YouTube videos I need to do, all of them, all the things in between client work anyway. Whoops. Yeah, see, if I was using Illustrator and the brush tool right now, which I might even do some after just to show you guys, but like this line at the bottom here, see how it's got like a bump in it? Illustrator would easily fix that straight up. In fact, oh yeah, I posted that just before. I'll show you real quick if you guys don't already know this stuff. So if I draw like this, watch what happens when I release it. See how it like automatically fixes up any of the bumps and stuff like that, which for me, I don't really like it because I like it to be pretty rough still. But yeah, if I was trying to get it perfect, that's definitely what I would do. And because it's Illustrator as well, like even with this bump at the bottom, you can still just grab the individual points and move them to fix them. So it makes life a bit easier. How long did it take me? It took me a while. Hey, I started off on one of the other ones, the Intuos Pro, whatever it's called, which is where you don't have the screen to look at, so you've got like the black box and then you have to look at the computer screen while you draw with your hand on another thing, and that is insanely awkward and it took ages to get used to it. I couldn't wait to stop using it, to be honest, hey, because it's like if you imagine yourself drawing, you look at the piece of paper as your pen is drawing, you know, you're looking where your hand is, whereas on the other Wacom tablets you have to look up at the screen while your hand's down on the desk, and it's like, I don't know, I find that super awkward. But once I got this Wacom, it didn't take that long at all. I just use the default brush most of the time and everything now, and it pretty much is just like drawing with a Sharpie or a paint marker or something, I guess. And the good thing about the Wacom is the surface has a bit of texture to it as well, so it almost feels kind of like you're drawing on paper, I guess. Whereas like I bought one of those iPad Pros a while back as well, and I ended up getting rid of it within like 2 weeks because it was like you were drawing it, but it was super glossy and like kind of slippery and stuff. It just felt really, really weird to me. But I know a lot of people that are using them though, and they like them. So you know, fair enough. Everyone's got their own thing, I guess. But for me, the Wacom's just where it's at. Oh wow, that S is super massive. My bad. I don't know why I did that. I might do some block letters or something after this as well, just to make it a bit more interesting. Don't want you guys to have to watch me draw the same style of script over and over again. Or I could do some brush style script maybe. I'm not very good at it though. But no, I haven't tried the Surface Pro. I looked them up though. I would actually love to try one. Just haven't had a chance. Those new Surface Studios or whatever, like the desktop thing that tilts down, that looks so rad. I would love to try one of them. I think they're out now as well, maybe. Pretty expensive though. I think they're like 4 or 5 grand for like one of the decent high-end ones anyway, so. Will, you better still be there, my man. I'm drawing. Oh yeah, you mean the autocorrect and stuff. Yeah, I could turn it off, that's true. I still like it. I still like Photoshop, the pressure sensitivity and stuff. If I do capitals and block letters and stuff, I definitely would rather draw serif. But yeah, I guess it depends. I really want to get better at black letter as well, actually. But I'm not going to get better at it just by sitting here drawing script, that's for sure, but I'll get around to it, you know. Been thinking about doing some tutorials on the pen tool as well in Illustrator for like vectoring and stuff, and getting all the anchor points real clean, because it's something, it seems to be one of those things that everyone struggles with. Like I know when I did it, it was absolutely brutally painful to learn how to do that. It was so crap. I went to hardcore. Yeah, dude, I would much rather be listening to hardcore or some kind of metal or something right now. But everything's copyrighted on Spotify, so I get slammed like I did yesterday. But yeah, I mean, if you look at my Instagram, a lot of the time it's like lyrics and stuff from hardcore and metal albums and stuff like that. So plus, I think if I had that on now, heaps of people would probably not like it anyway, so. Have I listened to the new Advent? No, I don't think I have actually. I might have to write that down. At the moment, I'm jamming this album by a band called Deadlights that are from Brisbane, where I live, and they are epic. So I've been listening to new Northlane a fair bit as well. Not that that's really hardcore, but yeah. What else am I listening to? Every Time I Die. I've actually been listening to the new Emure album a fair bit too, which people will probably laugh about, but I like it, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, I've seen those plugins. I did use one of them a while back actually on an older version of Illustrator. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, Inkscribe and stuff I think they have as well. Some of the plugins they had as well were like really good for smoothing out like pointy corners and stuff like that, which Illustrator couldn't do before. Now it's easy, you just click on it in Illustrator and it like gives you the option. But yeah, I should look those up as well. I think they had a good stippling plugin as well, I think, which is pretty cool. Although I've seen people do like gradients in Illustrator and set it to like a grain setting or something as well, and that ends up like converting to a pretty good well, it looks like a good stipple shading to me anyway, but I don't really do much of that, so maybe I'm just a noob at it. But oh man, I'm getting sloppy, getting lazy. Let's add some extra lines to this bad boy. Give it some depth. We can put one up here. Maybe. I'm so glad for the rotate tool. Hey, you know, I didn't even used to use this before. I used to draw everything upright, and it used to kill me. And it was only like a few months ago that I even started using the rotate tool. It's crazy how good this thing is. I'm pretty sure Will's not even here anymore, man. He's not talking in the chat. I drew his name for nothing, you know. Where's the respect, mate? It's so disappointing. But yeah, if you guys are designing and stuff as well, definitely just chuck your links and stuff in the chat if you want, man. I'll have a look at your profiles and stuff. I'm always down to look at new art, follow some new people. So David, I'm pretty sure you're up next, my man. Then I'll draw your name, Jake. Where are you guys from, by the way? Is it late? Late where you guys are? Portland, Oregon. Oh, cool, man. So America and Canada, that's rad. I really have to go to Canada one day. I've been to, I haven't been to Portland. I've been to America twice though, which is rad. Although it's not that different to Australia, I guess, in a lot of ways. Except you have a different, a pretty different politician in charge now. Oh, those two R's are different. That's not cool. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, Brisbane's pretty cool. It's where it's at. Doesn't get the same sort of attention as Sydney and Melbourne, I think, but that's kind of good in a way because it's not super overcrowded and stuff like that, so can't complain. Although I think I've probably seen more of other. I mean, I've probably seen more of America than I've seen of Australia, really. Hey, like I haven't really traveled around Australia that much yet. I'd love to though. Yeah, that's it. It's way more chilled out, hey, which is cool. Slow burn company, that sounds familiar. Oh, we are at 12. There's 12 people in here right now. That's a new record. I'm famous. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I like that monogram as well. I wish I'd gotten into bikes, eh? I should get a motorbike license. Mad Max, yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. The new Mad Max was so good as well. Tom Hardy's just such a dude. Such a legend. How long did it take me? I don't even know that I really found my own style, but well, I guess in a way it's starting to feel like I am, but I mean, I've only been drawing for like 2 years tops, maybe even less. Hey, like before this, I actually studied web development, and yeah, I did my degree in IT and stuff like that, got a job. I was really interested in like startup culture and stuff, and I worked in IT for like 5 years. I was just really unhappy. So then a couple of years ago, maybe less than 2 years ago, I was just sitting at work, and I remember stumbling across a video on YouTube of someone doing some hand lettering, like a brush script or something like that. Then I started looking into it more. That's when I found John Contino and stuff like that, and I was just like, yeah, this is the dream. And then found people were doing like sign painting and stuff still for a living, and I was just like, that's the most amazing thing ever. Like, I would happily paint letters on signs for a living if that could be a thing. And then I watched that Sign Painters documentary. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's rad. And yeah, just pretty much fell in love with it from there. And yeah, here I am. I still do a bit of illustration and stuff. Like, I really love tattoos as well. And I have a bunch of my friends are tattooers and stuff like that, which is cool. So every now and then, that's why I draw like skulls and tiger heads and daggers and roses and stuff like that. But I don't really consider myself to be very good at that yet. So it's, yeah. I feel like this kind of script is starting to become like a bit more of a signature thing for me. Like, I just seem to be doing it a lot, and people seem to be asking for it a lot, like my clients. So, which I'm pretty stoked about. I love drawing this sort of style, as long as other people are happy to watch. You know, I just don't want it to get boring if everyone's watching me do this over and over again. But yeah, capital D. You're right. That's a pretty casual looking D. Anyway, yeah, that one's pretty casual looking. I used to draw them all my capitals a bit fancier than this, so like that M up there would have been more like this, or you know, something like that, or whatever. And a D would probably look more like, I used to always draw them like this, like that sort of style. And sometimes you can even extend that through as well, or yeah, you might have like another letter over here, something over here, some other letter. Just imagine it's like an L or something, and you can like sometimes do a pretty cool ligature to connect those as well, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I seem to have simplified a lot of stuff lately. But yeah, I would happily draw this all day if I could get paid to do that. That'd be sweet. But unfortunately not yet. But you know, in time. I do a lot of lettering, but yeah, I've seen your profile, Tyler. I remember yeah, even when your name popped up yesterday in the chat, I recognized your photo, and then yeah, I saw on Instagram obviously you follow me and like much of my stuff, which is cool. So thank you, Mr. VR. I will check yours out shortly as well. But it's cool though. I love using Instagram, man. Instagram's so good for like meeting other artists and stuff like that. So, oh, that's rad. I literally have a book of skulls. It literally is called the Skull Book, sitting on my shelf behind me, and it's basically a book that these guys put together. I can't remember what the publisher's called now, but a tattoo artist puts it together, and they get like submissions from all these different tattoo artists all around the world that they pick, and each one paints an A4 sheet inspired by skulls. It'll be all different styles of skulls and stuff like that. Then they compile it into one massive book, and it's rad. There's so many different styles, really realistic ones and abstract stuff and bold stuff, and yeah, it's rad. Being a tattooer would be rad as well, but I'd only want to tattoo lettering probably, except for skulls. But yeah. Hey, just out of curiosity, if you don't mind me asking, how did you guys find the live stream? Like, did you get a notification that it was on, or is it because I posted it on Instagram or something? Or if you don't mind me asking, just curious, because it'd be sweet to do this more often and like get people involved and stuff like that. We could even do like a workshop sort of thing and get other people on here. Would be pretty rad if I get time. Oh, you're on YouTube. That's cool. Okay, cool. So one YouTube, one Instagram. That's good. People are finding it, I guess. So can't complain. It's like 10 people at the moment. It's alright. It's 10 more than 0, so I'm happy. See, the D that I originally drew was good. I don't know why I didn't just trace it. Like, why did I get that so wrong? Okay, cool. People are seeing the Instagram story as well, which is good. At least my stories still get shown to people. You know, my posts don't, but my stories do, which is crazy because I can post something on Instagram and only like 200 people out of 15,000 will see it, and yet if I post a story, like over 1,000 people will see it within 24 hours because of the algorithms and stuff. So, but they'll probably change the way stories work soon as well and make even less people see them. So. But hey, at least YouTube was notifying people. That's cool. Yeah, you're right. Did I do stuff? Yeah, man, I did. I did a lyric video. So if you're on YouTube, there's a video for True Friends where all the lyrics are drawn onto the screen. I drew all them. I did a whole range of merch for the album when it came out as well, like a bunch of t-shirts. Like the True Friends Stab You in the Front design is probably the most popular one at the moment, which is cool. It's definitely a highlight for me. I love talking about that job. Hey, it was rad. Super cool dudes to work with as well, like really nice guys to work with. So treated me really well. I think they actually ended up paying me more than I even billed them for and stuff like that. It was just really rad. Everyone was just really good. It was like a dream. I hope every client project can be like that. It won't be though. Oh man, this bee is ruining my life. I'll leave it like that for now. I'll come back to it. Well, the second O is massive compared to the first one. Man, what? Rookie mistakes that I make when people are watching me. It's good though, it's a different pressure. Oh, that's rad, man. Yeah, I saw them here last year as well. It was sick. The light show was rad, and there was a bunch of my designs were like on the screens and stuff, and there was like, it was at this place called River Stage in Brisbane, which is this massive venue on like a huge grass slope, kind of like a big grass hill, and yeah, it was like tons of people wearing my shirts and stuff. It was pretty crazy. Not to you know, brag about it too much or anything, but yeah, that's a highlight for me for sure. It's definitely the most well-known job I did as well, I think. Well, I've got a few other big ones out there, but I'm not actually allowed to say that I did them, so, which is pretty weird. But like book covers and stuff that I can't tell anyone that I designed. Mind you, speaking of book covers, that job was another big, you know, well-paying one, and that book cover that I can't say that I did came from Behance, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so those websites do work, and yeah, man, I've seen Parkway Drive many times. 10-year anniversary tour, I think it was a couple years ago, which was pretty rad as well. I've seen the tour in Europe at the moment, which is crazy. They've got like cages and stuff that are spinning and stuff, like some Slipknot looking stuff. It's crazy. How do I get credit for it? Do you mean for the Bring Me the Horizon one or the book cover one? The book cover one, I signed an NDA. Like they paid me pretty well, and I was like, whatever. They just made me sign an NDA. It was for a big publisher in America. And I think they do a lot of the design in-house, but they wanted to outsource it, but I couldn't tell anyone that they were outsourcing it to me or whatever. It wasn't even that good what they wanted in the end anyway, but you know, at the end of the day, I signed the paperwork, you know, I agreed to it, I guess, so I can't complain. It's what I get. But I really love working for bands, hey. I love doing band stuff. Like I just did a bunch of stuff for Unified as well. I did some stuff for Amity Affliction and Northlane and Ocean Grove, and that was pretty rad, because that's just like, it's the kind of project where they just let you listen to the album and just come up with whatever you think, and then, you know, you just pitch a bunch of designs and see what they think, which is always fun. I like it when people let me kind of have the you know, the not necessarily the control, but you know, I get to be creative with it rather than having to do exactly what someone else kind of wants. Right. Get rid of these skulls for now. Oh, we're down to 6 people, man. 6 people. So for you guys with your designs and stuff, what do you guys do? Like, do you use tablets and stuff like that, or Illustrator or Photoshop, or And do you guys like freelancers and stuff, or what's your Yeah, I normally I do draw them. I just don't like the way they look. Hey, I don't like a normal looking R. Oh. Don't know. I just always looked kind of. Yeah, I just like the fancier ones. I don't know why. It just reminds me of like Comic Sans something when I draw the normal ones like that, and I just don't. I don't like them. Okay. Pencil and paper. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. I'm actually getting married in a few months myself, so I've had to do a bunch of lettering and stuff and practice as well to do like all the signage, and I did all the invites and stuff like that, which is cool. But brush lettering, man, is one that still gets me. Hey, with the brush pens, like, I mean, I'm okay with the brush pens, but I would find it easier just to draw it with a pencil in that same style, you know, like to do the thicks and thins, just like to add weight instead, sort of thing. But yeah. But I have some Zebra Japanese brush pens as well, and I find them way easier to work with than the what was I even going to say? Yeah, I find them easy to work with than the Tombow, or whatever, however you pronounce that. These are all words that I never actually have to say out loud. They're always on the internet, so I never know. Just tracing paper, yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. That's good, man. Yeah, I didn't have a tablet when I started out either, you know, so it's totally fine. It's good to get in the habit of drawing on paper anyway. I guess one of the benefits is having a tablet is you can just undo so easy compared to a pen. But yeah, having said that, it probably is better for you to learn with pen and pencil anyway. But yeah, if you get a tablet, definitely get one with a screen. Like a Wacom, or even an iPad if you're into that. Yeah, dude, I work like 100 times faster by having this tablet. I can't even begin to describe it. Like, I would have to draw this, then trace it with a pen, and then scan it, and then vector it and stuff like that. Whereas here I can draw it straight in Photoshop. And yeah, like I said, like, you know, I would like if I take your name for example, I could draw this with a pen and then, you know, send it off to a client, and they might be like, oh, I like it, but you know, I'd prefer it if it was like slightly more, I don't know, like they might want like a little change to it, and a little change can mean a lot of work when you're working with pen and paper. You know, you might have to redraw the whole thing just to make some small changes, and generally if you've done stuff in Illustrator instead or whatever, you have way more flexibility, especially if you did it with a pen tool or just shapes and stuff in Illustrator. It'd be so much easier to just go back in and move the points, so it'll save you big time. But you know, everyone's got their own thing. I know some people swear by paper still, like Christian, you guys probably know who Christian Watson is, 1924 US as well, like still does everything by hand, which is cool. But yeah, I guess it depends. Like I work with a lot of bands and stuff, and smaller businesses and that. And if I can do the design faster, if I can do the design faster on a tablet, it means I can charge less for it, and that generally will work better for small businesses, that don't always have that much money, which is cool. Plus I print stickers and stuff with my business, so I can be like printing stickers, jump back over on the tablet, do some drawing, multitask a bit better. I'm going to do something different here. Whoops. Bring this up. And then bring the S under it. That could be cool, maybe. Could be cool, could be terrible. Soon find out. But if the S is bigger, the J needs to be bigger. And that means that I'll have to go this way instead. See, like just making changes like that so quick when you have the tablet A, just to scale stuff like that. I just couldn't do it with pen and paper. Although I still work with markers and stuff sometimes. If there's a particular look that I want, especially paint markers and stuff, because they bleed out into the paper and stuff like that. And what happened to Einheits? Well, that's a good question. I lost a lot of money, didn't do that well. I would love to keep doing it, but back in the day I used to have a full-time job when I was doing it, so like I could throw money at it, and if stuff didn't sell, it wasn't a huge problem and stuff like that. Now I work from home for myself, and like have a mortgage and all that sort of stuff, so like if I throw $5,000 on some shirts and they don't sell that well, that's gonna like really fuck me up. So unfortunately, but I still have some merch that I'm doing through 2400, if you guys know who they are, which is like they're part of the Unified record label in Australia, so they're going to stock, so I'll just pay for the merch, but they're going to stock it all and ship it out to customers, express post and all that sort of stuff, which is rad. It's a massive help to me, so I'm looking forward to doing some more stuff. Like I've ordered, actually I have some patches online at the moment already, and I have some like pins and stuff coming in, and some shirts with my designs and stuff like that, which I'm pretty stoked about, so hopefully that goes all right. Hopefully. Time will tell. It's a hard thing, having like a clothing brand and stuff like that. It's always hard to know if people are going to buy stuff or not. And that there's been so many times where I've done a design where I've thought like, oh, this is crap, I'm just going to get like a few shirts of this, and then it'll sell really well. And there's been other times where I've done a design of shirts, like ordered like 100 of them, or spent a few grand and then sold none of them, and they just sit in boxes, and I end up just donating them to like Vinnie's or Salvation Army or something, because well, someone might as well get use out of them. So yeah, I will look at the brand thing, maybe, depends. I've got some other opportunities on the cards at the moment, but we'll see. I still love that though. I still love having a brand and posting out orders and stuff. It's so fun. When you have your own brand, you just you design for you and only for you, so it's always good. But yeah, we will see. I mean, Press Someone knows what Einheits is, though, so that's cool. But yeah, we shall see. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the compliment. I put a lot of work into it. Unfortunately, it just didn't do that well. So, that's business, eh? it's just the way it is. You have to be cool and stuff to do well, and you know, here's what it is. All right, David, man, thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. It's like still really new to the whole live stream thing, so it's awesome that there's already a few people tuning in and talking to me. It's a lot less awkward than it would be if I was just sitting here with one person watching me. So yeah, have a good one, man. If you like the Ironhide shirts, by the way, I've got the I did like a maroon shirt with terminally chill on it, like a Reaper that said terminally chill instead of terminally ill, and that was like one of my best-selling shirts, and I've just ordered some more of those that are gonna go to 2400.net and get stocked in there as well, which is cool. So they'll be available online soon for like $30 or something. And because they're a bigger distributor and stuff, international shipping and that for people who aren't in Australia will probably be a fair bit cheaper as well. Like at the moment, if someone bought a shirt off me and I had to ship it to America, you know, it cost me like $30. It's crazy. So yeah. Tips for exposure on Instagram? Yeah, number one, do something every single day. Every single day. Post something every single day. That's the biggest thing that I see other people not doing. It's like people will link me their profile and have a look, and it's like one design every week, and it's like, are you even trying? You know, if you want. Well, I mean, that sounds pretty rude actually, but you know, you gotta be doing it all the time. Like I was learning to draw, I was putting something online every single night. Like no matter what I do, I have to put something on Instagram every day, and you'll see like it will just start to trickle, like it starts to snowball. You know, you could have like 100 followers, and then the next day you got 101, 102, 105 just from posting something every day, and before you know it starts to grow. So, and there's also other pages, like if you do lettering, for example, you can tag the Daily Type and Good Type and stuff like that, and they repost work, and they have like, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, which is cool. And so that would be my best advice. I would have to check out your Instagram to be more specific, but another thing I do is, like, you know how everyone spams and shit like that, which is super annoying. I just spend time on Instagram, and if I see something that I like, I will just genuinely comment on it and be like, this is really good, you've done a good thing, you know, rather than being annoying, and actually follow people and interact and like reply to comments and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know if that has a real benefit, but that's how I roll anyway. No. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. That was one of my faves, so that's good that other people like it too. If you want to tell me your name, I will draw it for you past. Yeah, man, you could look at my Instagram, and if you go back like a year, the stuff that I was putting out there is absolutely atrocious. Like, it's so bad. I just keep it there, and yeah, scroll back every now and then. I can look at stuff that I was doing like 2 months ago and probably still cringe, to be honest. So it's definitely the best way to yeah, to look at progress and to even make progress, you got to be doing something every day. Have to be doing it every day. I used to come home from work and I would have to just be like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not making dinner. I'm not talking to anyone. I'd have to like lock myself away in a room and make sure that I spent my time doing my lettering practice and stuff like that. Otherwise you just, yeah, you get bogged down with everything else and it doesn't happen. And you can't allow that. It has to be number one, priority number one. So, yeah. And if I wasn't drawing lettering and like at work and stuff, you know, I'd be on my lunch break and I'd be on YouTube and I'd be looking at tutorials, and then I'd be on Skillshare and I'd be looking at tutorials, and you know, I'd be looking at how to make fonts and how to do stuff, and yeah, just that wasn't even on the right layer. So yeah, I'm ranting too much. Ligature Collective, yeah man, I do. I'm too lazy to use it anymore, but I do have it somewhere. I don't even have it set up on my phone anymore, but it's in there somewhere. I wonder how many followers it's got now. Probably, yeah, that did pretty well too. That grew real quick too. Interesting that you know that though, and you know Ironhides too, which is cool. So you've been following me for a while. You're up, past. You're up, son. So you got to tell me your name, or you could be a girl. Sorry, female. I didn't just assume your gender. Let's do something different. Dope. Alfie Passingham. I don't know who that is, man. Could have been though. Unfortunately, a lot of people steal my shit all the time. So it depends. Sometimes I post about it, sometimes I don't. But then again, you know, you do stuff like I'm sitting here on live stream right now. People are watching me, so I mean, technically, it wouldn't be too hard to steal stuff, but whatever. I mean, I get sent stuff like all the time from people that have copied stuff, especially the Bring Me the Horizon stuff that I did. So Yeah, I know who that guy is. Yeah, I won't even. I mean, all you have to do is look at his Instagram to see. I mean, I don't want to shit talk anyone, so I probably just shouldn't say anything. Have I tried sign painting? Yeah, man, I paint all the time. Hey, I love painting letters. I have a couple of signs that I've posted on my Instagram, I think, as well. But yeah, that's something I really love doing. Whoops, just a sec. Oops, there we go. And that right there is why I love having a tablet. Fixing mistakes like that. What's the time? 1:45. I got some work that I need to do soon. An hour and a half it's been. Not bad. Oh, you don't like his work either? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like a shit talker or anything, but yeah. It is what it is. I posted that design as well, and, you know, I made my thoughts clear, and then I took it down because I'm not, you know, I don't want to just be abusive or whatever, but, you know, if you look at his... I mean, if you look at that profile, then just look at a brand on Instagram called P&Co, P-A-N-D-C-O, and that's all I'll have to say, like, pretty much. But yeah, you know, hey, if he can make money, and people respect him or whatever, then I guess, you know, power to him. Power to him. Some of my favorite movies. Oh man, I might have to think about that. I don't even know. I don't really watch why did I do that? I don't watch many movies anymore, eh? Although I watched one on Netflix the other day called Sandcastle, which is pretty cool. It's like an it's like a war movie. Set in like 2001 or 2002, I think. It's pretty cool. I like Mad Max as well. I mostly just watch TV shows though. Yeah. There we go, 4 scripts and 1 not script. Can I throw a skeleton in your name? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I can just recycle one of these other ones. Hmm. Sorry, dudes. Sorry, I got a notification about getting mentioned in a story, but it was one of the guys who was in here before was watching me and tagged me on his Instagram story. That's funny. He's watching the stream on his TV. Favorite TV shows at the moment? I've been watching Designated Survivor. I think it's pretty cool. I've been watching this other show. What? Sorry. Forgive me, that's rude. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Designated Survivor. I've been watching this TV show called Life Below Zero lately, which is like these people that live in Alaska. Alaska. North of the, what's it called? Arctic Circle, I think it's called. It's pretty rad. Living in isolation would be pretty weird, but, you know. Yeah. I might have to bail in soonish, eh? Because I got a few client jobs that I'm supposed to be doing at the moment that I'm I'm sitting here doing instead. I mean, I'm sitting here not doing. Oh man, the stream keeps disappearing. Oh man, 310 subscribers on my channel. Just looked. I've made it. I hit 300 today. Nice. Yeah. If you guys are not already subscribed and you would consider subscribing, that would be awesome, eh? Because apparently it's a pretty big help for people to find your videos and stuff. They show up more and all that jazz. What keyboard do I have? I just got a new keyboard last week. It's a Corsair mechanical one. I can't remember what it's called. K70, I think it is. It's pretty good. All right, Joe, you're up. Your name's up. You were the last person, the latest person to jump in the chat. 2 JSs. Man, I'm doing a few J's today. Whoa, dude. This is like a conspiracy right here. J and J. Yeah, man, it's an RGB one. Yep. You guys skits, you should see. It's like a rainbow and all that stuff. But yeah, it is. It's like a Lux. It's called a Lux one, I think. If that helps. Another J, man. I never draw J's. This is good practice. Actually, I'll go down here. Jayception, yeah, man, this is crazy. Jay did 9/11. 1, 2, 3, 4. JS and JS as well. I charge per project mostly, Jake. I have a video on my channel about how much I charge my clients and stuff as well. And yeah, I used to do hourly. Well, I mean, I tried it a couple of times, but it's just dangerous, I reckon, because, well, I mean, someone can easily just be, you could be like, oh, yep, here's your bill, 10 hours, and they could be like, I don't believe you that it took 10 hours, I think you did it in 5. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to prove it? How do you record your hours? And yeah, it's just messy. Whereas if you say to someone up front, like, oh yeah, this will be a few $100 or whatever, and then they get an invoice for a few $100, they're not surprised. They were expecting it. They'd already agreed to it. Like, it's just, yeah. If I do hourly rates though, I make sure I update the person like every time I email them. I say, okay, cool, here's some more sketches. I'm at 4 hours now or whatever, just so that they're always always kept in the loop. Have I been to the US? Yeah, man, I've been twice, although the second time I only went to Hawaii, so I don't know if that you guys would technically count that. But I have. I went there a couple years ago. I went to Hawaii last year, and a couple years before that I went to mainland US. I went to LA, San Fran. I did like a lot of the typical touristy places, I reckon. New York City. I went to Vegas, as you do. Yeah, a few other places. I can't actually remember now. Went to Disneyland and all that stuff, you know, as you do. But yeah, I think next time I'd love to go, like if I go back, I'd like to see more of like the real US, you know, like go to like some of the national parks and like all that stuff rather than all the big cities. But you know, live and learn. Unfortunately, it's super expensive. Hawaii, man, Hawaii's cool. Hawaii's pretty similar to Australia, to be honest. It almost, yeah, I mean, you could almost argue that there's no point going. But as far as like the beaches and the weather and stuff, it's really similar. Hey, it's really similar. Where I live in Australia, in Brisbane, there's a beach, well, there's a city town nearby called the Gold Coast, and that's pretty much like Honolulu on steroids. Yeah, beach, as far as like the beaches and stuff, it's exactly the same. Like the waves and the beaches and stuff, so exactly the same, but it's a slightly different culture. The people are really nice in Hawaii, I thought, as well. Food's a little bit different as well, which is always good. It's cheaper. It's way cheaper. America is so much cheaper to live than Australia. Well, at least the places I went to, like Hawaii and stuff, LA, you know, like food's so much cheaper and stuff like that. So I may let the camera shoot my hand. Do you want to see that? You guys don't believe me? You don't believe that I'm drawing this? This is my setup. Hang on. Excuse me if the video goes all weird, but hopefully this updates. So this is me drawing. Got my Red Bull. Talking to you guys on the laptop. Main screen. That's pretty much it. So anyway, yeah, Hawaii's pretty similar to Australia in a lot of ways, I guess. lots of rad scenery and lots of cool stuff to check out, you know, like the volcanoes and national parks and stuff, which is rad. And I guess that kind of does remind me of home a little bit, because we have like lots of hinterland and beaches and yeah, like lots of rad forests and stuff here as well. Good wildlife. Australia's pretty rad, I won't lie. I love Japan as well. I'm pretty lucky. I've traveled a fair bit to Japan, US, been around Europe and the UK. Yeah, New Zealand, Fiji, Australia, derp. You want to see how I draw? Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to see. I mean, you can see the screen. That's pretty much how I'm doing it. I just point the pen there and then the line. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a good camera, otherwise I would do paper drawings and stuff, but you want to zipliner? Yeah, dude, that's sick. That would be rad. Sorry, my dog's going a bit. She's going crazy. Oh, she's here. Hello. Hello. I'm almost done. Won't be much longer. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to draw. Sorry. When she wants attention, she comes up and like licks my elbow while I'm trying to draw. But anyway, after this one I should really bounce anyways. I really have like a bunch of stuff that hasn't been done that should be done by the end of the day. And it's 2 o'clock and I got till 5. Oh, not bad. I did a 2-hour stream. No, that's not bad for a newbie. Cool. Anyway. Yeah, that's it, yeah. No copyright strikes. I got, yeah, I must have got like 50 emails for copyright strikes yesterday, unfortunately, so. And they confiscate like any revenue you make off ads and stuff as well when that happens. But I mean, obviously I don't make any money anyway, so like I'm not making anything for this, but yeah, all in good fun, you know, all in good fun, innocent mistake. Yeah, sorry Joe, yeah, I don't Yeah, I think I replied to your comment and explained, I think, but yeah, Spotify. That was stupid. I just had Spotify playing in the background, and YouTube can just detect music. And yeah, it picked up that everything was copyrighted, so apparently every artist that it picked up gets sent an email saying that I used their music illegally or whatever. And yeah, I must have listened to like 50 songs in an hour and a half or whatever that I was streaming, so there was like 50 emails that went out saying that I was like this bad guy. Me and all of my 5 viewers were doing dodgy. So anyway, live and learn. But thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna head off and do some work now, but I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll do another one soon. I might even do another one tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah, see how we go, if people are keen or whatever. I think we got up to like 13 viewers at one point today, so that's progress. But yeah, I'll probably post these names on Instagram or something as well, so keep an eye out. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Friday or Thursday where you are, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, see yous.